Alright guys, welcome to the video. I'm gonna be showing you a Hayate replay um, and commentary. I do skip a tiny bit in the replay almost at the end because there is a part where there's just nothing happening, so I do skip that part so you don't have to wait and just sit there watching nothing. But anyway, so Tier 10 Hayate available for 2 million free XP, same price as Smaland. Of course, I recommend getting the Smaland first. This one's not too good, but it's not the worst destroyer in the game, but it's not the best. So I don't think it's worth 2 million free XP, of course, especially since Smaland is that price. But anyway, before the video starts, I want to thank you all for the support as usual. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and it would help me approach my goal of getting CC. So yeah, thank you guys, and have fun with the video. Alright guys, welcome to the Hayate commentary. So this isn't a big damage game, it's only like about around 245,000 I believe. But we do get a Kraken in the Hayate, and everyone wanted it to get featured because this isn't a ship that normally gets talked about a lot for obvious reasons. It's very overpriced. I mean, it's the same price as Smaland, so, and Smaland's, I mean, very overpowered compared to this. So anyway, what is the Hayate? So the Hayate is like a Shimakaze with better guns and one less torp rack, I would say. But those aren't the only differences to the Shima. You of course have worse detection. Um, with full stealth build, it's 6.2, which is really bad, especially compared to other destroyers at the tier. Grozovoi goes lower than that. I mean, Smaland, Holland both go lower than that. A lot of destroyers go lower than 6.2, of course. I mean, 6.2 is comparable to Harugumo in a way, so I believe Harugumo is 6.2 with full detect build. Anyway, I'm not running a concealment build. I mean, I do have the concealment module, but I don't have the concealment captain skill because I built it just like I built my Grozovoi. This is a gunboat, so I built it with guns. Let's see. So we have torpedoes. I mean, they're 2 Shimaraks, I believe, 12 km. So that's not bad. That's not bad. You do miss out on the third rack, but honestly, it's fine because you get these much better guns. Anyway, so for random battles, Hayate. It's not the weakest destroyer, I would say, at tier 10. There's, of course, Yu Yang. Poor Yu Yang. I actually like playing the Yu Yang, but, I mean, this is far superior because of the DPM it gets. It's not too high, but the alpha damage it has per shot is, I mean, it's like Shima, just a quicker reload, so it's wonderful. Anyway, so you get more HP than Shima. It is a bigger target though. You do tend to get hit a lot because it's not too fast. It's not too maneuverable. It's very big and large and very big and dumb, I would say. Anyway, so continuing on the game, let's see what's happening here. So I'm going here. I didn't go straight for a cap, of course. You should never, in a destroyer, especially a gunboat, never run into a cap straight away. That's very much the worst thing you can possibly do, I think, in random battles. Because thing is, if you run straight into a cap, you have the chance of fighting the destroyer straight away. And when you're in a destroyer like this with no heal, there's basically, you're gonna fight their destroyer. Maybe you have some team support, whatever. You could kill the destroyer. But the thing is, you're gonna take damage. And it's not worth taking damage this early on in a game just to kill a destroyer. It's just not worth it. You can do that later on in the game when your team's there, or like it's just not worth it doing at the start, because you can of course always use your HP later on during the game. So anyway, I noticed there's no destroyer in A cap, so I come in A. I'm trying to get in range of these battleships. I don't really want A cap too much, because look at our C cap. We're winning the cap, we're getting it. And our B cap is contested, so we don't really need 2 caps. So, thing with when you get 2 caps at the start of a game, and then, or 3 caps at the start of the game, and then the enemy has none, you tend to zero the enemy team out, and you don't want to do that either. So, anyway. Back here, I will leave this cap, by the way, before I cap it, because I don't want to cap it like this early on and just leave us with 2 caps to their 0. That's not worth it for me, because remember, the game would run out in 5 minutes, and no one, no matter if you have damage farming or just playing the game, no one likes a quick game. Like a 5-minute game is the worst experience, I think, in this game. So anyway, We catch a Z52 here. Well, he catches us with his Hydro gimmick, but we successfully turn away. Yamato doesn't shoot us, so we just walk away safely. I torp at the gap where the Z is, just in case, maybe make him dance a bit. But he has Hydro, so he of course will dodge. But we try open up here. There's not really a threat to us. I mean, we can just like gunboat a bit. The gearing is in the cap shooting us, so that's something to watch out for. But again, he only gets one shot on us, so it's fine. Now, they capped A. Look, so we have two caps now. But the enemy team's capping C, so it's actually not too bad. I'm gonna go cap B with my gearing here. This is the point where I'm like, okay, fine. Let's kill these destroyers, because I don't want my gearing to die. But, anyway, the gearing runs into the Z Hydro and basically kills himself to try to get their gearing. I try help him maybe trade out the gearing. But I believe it's too late for our gearing to live the entire game, so... He's dead, because, you know, he ran into a Z52. But we can possibly trade two destroyers here. We get the kill on the gearing. And the thing is, when you're fighting destroyers like this, your alpha damage is so high and your reload's pretty good. It's comparable to Grozovoi. You can actually punch out destroyers fairly consistently and well. Like, look at these shots. The damage is like 2k plus every shot. That's pretty high. That one was like a 3k almost. But yeah, we killed the Z52. We killed two destroyers. They only have one destroyer left, and as you can see, he's on the 10 line, so he's not going to be too effective. I'm not going to go into B, because we don't really need it at the current moment in time, especially since they lost all their destroyers, basically. So I'm just going to sit right here and try catch these battleships pushing in. Now, I'm featuring this replay because I was requested to. Because I didn't think it was like something crazy. It was just a normal damage game, but chat wanted it featured on YouTube because no one really uploads Hayate replays, and I guess it's interesting for you guys to see what this ship is anyway. I assume you get the same smoke screens as Shima, but yeah, so we smoke up right here and we just play it like a normal gunboat. Just shoot things, shoot the thunder. Fairly boring game, to be honest. But this is the playstyle of a gunboat destroyer. You just sit here and smoke. You fight other destroyers sometimes, like we did. We killed both of them. And you try keep the game as close as possible, but always winning. So you win the game, but you get as much time as possible to play the game in your destroyer. It's wonderful, because you can actually do that in your destroyer. Because destroyers have the choice to ruin the game or not by running in and dying, or taking all the caps and winning in 4 seconds. Stuff like that. But anyway, here we find the GK. I sent 2 racks at him. At the GK. He's pushing in full speed, so I knew where to kind of torp at him. Actually, as people know on my stream, I don't really hit torpedoes as much as anyone else, so I kind of hate torpedoes in this game because I can never hit them. But this one was a case where I actually hit some torpedoes, I think, so which is really nice, especially since it's a Hydro battleship. He kind of turns broadside to them without knowing. I guess he didn't see them. Maybe he had his Hydro off or something. But I landed 3 torpedoes, no floods. He probably had a DCP running. But anyway, you just farm him out like just a normal gunboat destroyer with high alpha. That's about it, really. So the thing is, I have 13.9 kilometer range. I'm running AFT and BFT. And I'm also running Superintendent for extra smokes. You can replace that with Demo Expert if you want, but I'm running it for extra smokes. And I'm running Survivability Expert for extra HP, of course, because you get so much. You get 24,300, which is actually a very large amount. And it's important to get all the HP you can, because you don't have a heal, so... Unlike Grozovoi and stuff. Thing with this destroyer, unlike Grozovoi, is you can't really open water as much, because you don't get the heal, and you're really big, and you're very unmaneuverable, unlike Grozovoi, so... Thing is, this is... You know, you could play it like a tour boat if you wanted. You could play it like a stealthy, not really a stealthy, it's not stealthy at all, but like a tour boat. Thing is, with the full detection, it's 6.2, and that's pretty bad. So, you do get outspotted by most destroyers, so I don't recommend running that build, to be fair. But you can, if you want. Anyway, so the thing with AFT here is it gives you the leeway in where you can actually shoot battleships or cruisers outside, for example, Russian radars, which is 12 kilometers. Without AFT, you have to be in Russian radars, and normally you either get punched out or you get radared if you try to go dark. It's kind of an awful experience. So this gives you the comfort of playing the game well. Anyway, but this Thunder, we don't really need AFT against this Thunder, but that's fine. Like, AFT is like a comfort choice. You can take Concealment, honestly, instead, but again, I'm running the gun build, so... Especially since I'm a player who doesn't hit as many torpedoes as everyone else, I tend to prefer guns because it's guaranteed damage for me, because I can hit shells, right? But I can't hit torps. But that's me, I guess. Anyway, we just farm out this Thunder. Just chilling. This is a very relaxing, I would say, just randoms Destroyer. I mean, a lot of Destroyers are very relaxing, but this you just sit and smoke. You don't really tend to open water because, you know, it's not maneuverable, it's pretty big. And you just sit and smoke most of the time and try to gun things down, maybe torp something. The torps do have insane alpha, so you do a lot of damage with them and you set flash, which is really nice because you blow DCPs. But yeah, compared to like a Kleber or something, which is always in the open, dodging shells, shooting all the time, it's kind of a hyper-tense experience, but this is very relaxing, I would say. That's our third kill this match. Now, we see this Goliath. I thought he's gonna rush in here, so I started moving, turning around. I started turning around because Goliath does have Hydro. I come a bit south, and I believe the Goliath just sits there, I believe. He just sits there. Yeah, he just sits there. Thing is, our team is kinda losing some ships, but we have never been at a disadvantage this game, not a single time. So I don't really mind the position we're in. I very much trust that we will win the game, especially since we have a Midway still alive and 2 battleships and a Minotaur. I mean, it's very difficult to push in to, especially with a Thunder, Hindenburg, Goliath. And I don't believe this Goliath has another heal this game, so... Anyway, we try to go to C. I was just trying to go to C here, honestly, because I wanted some extra damage, maybe on the Hindenburg, or a kill on the Goliath, anything that's possible here. And I see this Goliath, I'm like, he has really high alpha, but his starts are pointed backwards. Anyway, I start shooting him, of course. Load AP because he's broadside. You should always use AP, I think, on broadside, at least cruisers for sure, in this thing. Not really broadside destroyers, don't do that. Always use HE, I would say, on destroyers, just in case they angle and stuff. But on a broadside cruiser, I don't see any issue with using AP sometimes, like that. We got our 4th kill this game. The Hindenburg's walking in, maybe trying to do something. Honestly, he can't because the game's already over. It's predetermined here at this point. Minotaur's full HP. I start gunning the Hindenburg down. Hindenburg's preoccupied with the Minotaur. He's not gonna shoot me, so I can just chill in the open here. Here I smoke. I think I was scared maybe the Hindenburg would aim at me, but I think it was a waste of a smoke, I guess, in this position. It's not really the best position. I was kind of lucky because the Thunder started walking in, but the Thunder starts getting shredded really quickly, so this might have not been the best smoke, but I guess it's a safety smoke, so the Thunder will not kill me guaranteed. So. Shima is basically in our spawn. I believe he's hunting our carrier. I'm not sure. We have our other destroyer dealing with him, so it's all good. And basically, at this point, the game's pretty much all relaxed at this point. We did nothing here. We do nothing here. Alright, so I skipped a bit because there was nothing in between there and here. But anyway, we're back. There's a Roosevelt there. We spot him. Shima, in the meantime, capped A, but it's fine. We have a destroyer and our carrier on him, so we have no issues. Anyway, we find the carrier, and we're probably gonna kill him, of course. There's 2 minutes left in the game to game clock, so that's wonderful. It was a close game. Well, not really a close game by kills. It was a close game by points because we let it get close. Sometimes it's not good to let games get close, but this one I trusted, of course, my team. It wasn't a bad team. It was a really good team, so I trusted them, and we Took caps a bit late. I mean, we killed all the destroyers, so there's nothing really the enemy team could have done with one destroyer who's on the 10 line. So honestly, you don't have to cap every cap in the game if you don't have to. I went around C here, reason being, we wanted to kill the carrier. Chat wanted to see a carrier kill, so, you know, why would I ignore my chat, right? They wanted to see a god carrier kill, so we went and got the carrier. We found them. We just shoot HE on this side. Sometimes it might be good to shoot AP, but I was like, the alpha's high enough, whatever. So I sat with HE, launched torps when I got them. I was worried here the battleships would take the kill, but let's see these shots. I believe those are Kremlin shots. Might be Thunder though. He gets a 2k salvo. I was really lucky, and I get to finish the midway off and get my Kraken. So for score screen 1, personal score, we got 242,000 damage. We got 500 on the dot shell hits. We got 5 kills with 7 fires and 4 torp hits. So that's not bad. We got a Kraken achievement and we got a high caliber. Alright, so for team score, I got 2.7k base XP. I got 5 kills. That's pretty good. Top of our team, of course, with 5 kills and 2.7k base XP. But, I mean, we had quite a few people over 2k base XP, so that's pretty good. And, well, their Hindenburg also did pretty well. I mean, he probably just farmed damage, but it's okay. 1.2k base XP on loss, that's not bad. That's about it, really. That's all there is to see here. Apparently, our Kremlin shot down 30 planes, so and 30 FDR planes, so that's, I mean, the FDR probably flew over him a bunch. Actually, so did our other Kremlin. They both shot down like 61 planes. That's actually pretty good. So for detailed report, we did 44,000 to the Thunder, we did 37,000 to the Roosevelt. Look, we did 17k to the Destroyer, only 2k to the other one, and we did 112k to the GK, but yeah, and 6k to the Goliath. But 16k on the Z52 on that short period of time was crazy because the high alpha guns can really punch destroyers. But anyway, so most of our damage was HE and fires, but we did get some torp damage and then the slight 4k in AP damage. We took about 11k, 12k, and that's about it really. We didn't really put ourselves in a position where we can get one shot or dev struck by HE. I think we positioned fairly well this game. For credits and XP, we made 707,000 credits, which is actually a lot. This is, as the Thunder and the Stalingrad, this isn't a premium ship. This counts as a special ship, and therefore you only get the camo bonuses, no ship bonuses. So you get the 20% bonus credits earned and the 50% less in costs of the ship per game. We also got 11,000 XP, I believe this was a daily win, and 700 free XP, and then 15,000 commander XP, so that's not bad. Alright, so for my captain build, I'm running a gun build, a full, almost full, I guess, gun build. I'm not running concealment, because the concealment, when you fully spec the concealment, doesn't let you outspot anything, except for maybe Khabarovsk, Kleber, and Marceau. But you still outspot Khabarovsk, Kleber, and Marceau without concealment, so there's no real point. The only point is so you can spot Harugumos at the same detection if they're running concealment. But again, I mean, this is a gun build, so this is what I'm running. So I'm running priority target and preventative maintenance. I'm running for tier 2s, I'm running adrenaline rush and last stand. Tier 3s, I'm running survivability expert for extra HP, BFT for better gun reload, and superintendent for extra smokes and speed boosts. You can probably replace superintendent with demo expert. I just have the superintendent just in case it's a long game, but demo expert is really good too, so you set more fires. And then I'm running AFT so I can get a gun range where I don't have to sit in Russian radars and get punched out, especially since my hull is massive and really and truly it does quite easily get hit, so I'd rather be safe than get hit hard, I guess. So for my modules, I'm running main armaments mod 1, I'm running engine boost mod 1, I'm running aiming systems mod 1, I'm running prop mod 1, so I accelerate quicker, I'm running concealment systems mod 1, And I'm also running main battery mod 3, which is the reload mod. So you get your reload down with that and BFT down to 3.2 seconds, and then you can get it lower with AR. So it's pretty good. I'm running smoke. You can run TRB on this ship if you're I don't know if you can run TRB, to be honest. It's just because if a carrier finds you and you're running TRB, you die. At least with the smoke screen, you can protect yourself. So I would rather take smoke screen, especially since I'm gun build. But if you're going torpedo spec, you can go all the torpedo builds and put all the modules on for torps, and then putting the captain build for torpedoes, and then running TRB. But then you're subject to carriers, so I would rather not do that. But hey, it's a possibility for you in this ship. You do get more torpedoes than Shima if you do that, but again, carriers. So I'd rather be safe in a smoke, gunning things down. So yeah, but that's my modules for the Hayate. Alright guys, so thank you for watching the video. To finish off, I just want to tell you thanks for all the support, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would really appreciate it, and it would help me get CC quicker, probably. And well, if you don't follow me on Twitch, please do also, because that's where I have mainly all my stuff. That's where I get all these replays from. So anyway, thank you for all the support. Hope you enjoyed the video, and well, if you want to watch the highlighted version on Twitch with the live reaction, it's in the description, of course. And make sure if you're not on the Discord, join the Discord. I post all the highlights there, and you get emotes for free from my Twitch, and you get notified when I go live or upload a video. It's pretty good. And you have, of course, the chats where you can talk with other people. There's around like 370 people in there, so it's pretty good. But anyway, thank you everyone, and see you in the next video. Big fan, by the way. Big fan.